Here we are at Prospect Oval, and to my right I have Matt Rose, and today we're going to be talking a bit about this week's game between South Adelaide and North Adelaide at Prospect Oval. We've come down today to have a bit of a look at their ground and just sort of get a bit of an insight on a bit of what's been happening with the club in the last week or couple of weeks.
Yep, and I'm obviously Matt, as Brad said, and I've come across to South for my first time this year. Spent a few years at Port Adelaide and made the move across, so yeah, really enjoying it.
Yep, and I'm Bradley Crabb. I've been at the club for around 10 years now, played over 100 games, so let's get on with it, eh?
That's it. Alright, so Crabby, we obviously had a really good win to start the year on Saturday night, so how important do you think that was for the club?
Oh, it's always great. Everyone wants to try and get off to a win. I think it's the first win we've had in round one since 2008 against West Adelaide, so it's really good to get off to a positive manner. Last year we lost by about 5 goals round one and sort of set the scene for the rest of the year. I think it's so it's very positive to win early on.
Yep, so obviously you're a key defender for us, so what North Adelaide forwards do you think you'll have to look out for this week?
Yeah, there's a couple of fellas, big fellas down there. We've got Obbs as well, who's played a lot of SANFL football, and Mitchell that's come over. So I don't know much about him, but I think he kicked about 3 or 4 goals on the weekend. So a couple of very dangerous forwards.
Yep. All right, and Crabby, so obviously North Adelaide had a fantastic win on Sunday against the Crows, and we all know how well they did last year making the grand final. So what do you think we'll have to do this week to make sure we get over the line? Yeah,
it's going to be an extremely tough contest, I think. If we can just be really tough at the footy, sticking to our structures. It's worked so far over the trial games and round one. So I think if we just really, it's going to be a team effort. 21 players going to have to really step up this week. It's going to be probably a lot harder, a lot faster. And I think if we sort of stick to all our structures and get it forward to our big guys, Brett Eddy,
yep,
Darcy Hourigan, Daniel Bass, then we should be fine.
Sounds good. So obviously we had a really good win the other night, and there was a few new boys in the team. Which guys might have impressed you?
Yeah, actually, there's a couple of mates now that spring to mind. There's obviously yourself that played real well, so
thanks, Matt. Kicked
a couple of goals. I think you're very well. I don't know how you got down the forward line so easy. Just
pop myself down there, mate.
Yeah, so do what you can now. Sort of know who's the favourites around here. So, but also Matt Rankin as well down the forward line was real well. Lockie Boyd, he played well. Centre half forward, sort of taking some big grabs. Seems pretty positive. Everyone seemed to fit into their role real well and have really gelled with the boys around the club.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Matt, South came off a disappointing year in 2013. Yep. How have you found the pre-season and the trial games coming in now with their structures and style of play compared to playing against South last year?
Yeah, obviously coming in from Port Adelaide and playing against South last year, they seemed a bit like they didn't know where they were heading, and obviously Gotchi's come in and brought a new feel to the place, and coming from Port Power, a lot of the drills are sort of similar to what I did when I was at Port, so it was always good there. And I think with the new coach, the other teams don't really know what to expect when they're coming up against us, which is, I think, is really dangerous and a good sign for us going into the rest of the year.
Definitely. Now, do you know much about the North midfield? And if you do, what's some of the players that South will need to watch out for this weekend?
Yeah, they're obviously really dangerous and talented. Obviously, O'Keefe had a really good game on the weekend, kicked 5 goals. Jess O'Brien looks like a really clean addition to their midfield. Nick Amato is obviously tough and hard at it, and then you got your other likes of Maxi Thring, who will go to the opposition's best player, and obviously I spent a bit of time with Jay Shannon at Port, and he's just a really hard at it midfielder as well.
Yep. Matt, this week with a very important game coming up, how important is it for our supporters to come to the game?
That's obviously very important, Crabby, especially playing away. You really want your supporters to come with you. We've obviously had a good win last week, and walking off the ground, hearing the voices of all the crowd was really good and promising, and hopefully they get behind us now and come with us down to Prospect, and it's just massive to hear that support on the sidelines.
Hey guys, I'm Max Thring from the Roosters. I've been at the club now for 4 years. Started off my juniors in Payneham and went to Pembroke School, and here I am.
Hey guys, I'm Ben Williams. I moved over here from southwest Victoria about 5 years ago. Played about 20 odd games so far for the Roosters. Yeah, let's get started.
Well, Ben, a lovely win on the weekend over the Adelaide Crows. How's the feeling around the club, mate?
Yeah, it's been really good. You know, we had a pretty up and down sort of pre-season, won one, lost one. And yeah, it was just good to come out and get a win first up. Hopefully the start of something pretty good this season.
And looking forward, mate, we got South Adelaide this week. Who's our main on ballers we've got to stop?
Yeah, they've got some good small guys in Cross and Little. They get high possession numbers. And down forward, Brett Eddy's been going really well. I think he's had a pretty solid pre-season, and yeah, he's one to stop.
Okay. And obviously a new coach this season, Kenny McGregor. Bit of a different coach to Joshy Franco from last year. What's the differences you find there, mate?
Yeah, look, Ken's probably a bit more laid back than Josh. He was known to be pretty intense, but you know, he's got some really good systems he's brought across from Port Adelaide. You know, we tried to keep the game style pretty simple, pretty similar to last year, but yeah, throwing a few different things in the mix. But yeah, he's been good.
Good.
All right, Maxie, so we've had a few new faces join the club over the pre-season. Who's impressed you the most so far?
Well, Reece Rocket O'Keefe started off very well, kicked 5 goals on the weekend. He's a solid inside midfielder, and obviously Jesse O'Brien, who's a skillful, quick midfielder, also has played well for round 1.
Yeah, very good. And what's the team philosophies we're going to try and take into this week?
Well, our whole pre-season was about ruthless, the word ruthless, but coming to the season, I think we've changed it to united, which basically means, you know, you got to play for each other, some team chemistry. If you're working for each other and there's no individuals on the field, we'll get a much better result. So coming to this game on the weekend, if we're all united, we'll win the game.
And finally, Maxie, how important is it to the players that, you know, we get Prospect full of supporters, you know, making a bit of noise?
Well, from a player point of view, it really means a lot to see so many supporters out here. I mean, on the weekend we played the Crows and there were 4,000 plus. And I know when you run on the field and you look around, you always see is red and white. It's just fantastic. So from a player point of view, I mean, if you can all come out and show your support this weekend against South, it'd be fantastic, because it all means a lot for the boys. And yeah, I mean, it makes it a lot easier for us to win the game. So yeah, please come out this week.